Well, the countdown rolls on for tomorrow's launch of the Space Shuttle Endeavour. Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords is in Florida to watch her husband, Commander Mark Kelly, blast off into space. Here you see her boarding a NASA plane in Houston yesterday with a little help getting up the jetway right there. Now, she's still recovering from a gunshot wound to the head, and her attendance is bringing lots of attention to this next-to-last mission of the Space Shuttle program. And joining us from the Kennedy Space Center is CBS News space analyst Bill Harwood. Bill, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Let me ask you right off the bat, any potential delays on the horizon? Weather look good? All systems go at this point?
Everything looks good right now. There's some weather coming in later today that could cause some problems, but they think that's going to blow out as the night goes on. And by tomorrow, they're predicting an 80% chance of good weather. No technical problems of any significance, so it looks like they've got a pretty good shot at it.
About 750,000 spectators expected to make their way down to Florida for this historic launch. There's so much attention surrounding the Congresswoman being there right now. Can you give me a sense of what the anticipation is like on the ground there?
Well, there's enormous anticipation, as you might imagine. I mean, first of all, for the crew, they've been training for more than a year for this flight, like all shuttle missions. But really, this is the next to last shuttle mission, and there's a lot of anticipation, I think, in the public to get a final chance to see one of these winged orbiters take off. You know, they really are unique, and after two more flights, no one's ever going to see anything like that again, or at least not for a long time. So I think there would have been a lot of interest in this flight anyway. And then the drama, of course, with the Commander Mark Kelly and his wife, Gabby Giffords, and then the president coming down. You throw all that together with an enormous crowd, and there's a lot of anticipation indeed.
Yes, a whole lot in the mix right now. As far as the shuttle crew and the amount of time that they have to spend with their family, what's going on with them right now? How much time do they have left to spend with the family, or has that time already been cut off?
No, they've had a little bit of time during the countdown. You know, every shuttle crew about a week before launch goes into medical quarantine. I mean, they obviously don't want anybody to get sick on orbit, so they limit access to the crew, try to give them a little privacy to think about the flight, go over their flight plans, and get ready. But of course, once the countdown starts and the crew flies down here to the Kennedy Space Center, the family members gather. They were here on Tuesday when the crew flew in from Houston. And NASA tries to set up an event at the launch pad, for example. They'll take the crew out and family members and friends. They get a chance to visit a little bit at the pad, see the shuttle on the pad, and a few other events like that, but it's pretty low key. I mean, the chance to really be alone with each other for an extended period ended before they came here for the launch. So it's you know, it's a time for reflection. It's a time to make a few final tweaks to their flight plan and to get ready for launch, because it is a major event.
This is a massive mission, too. This is a $2 billion payload on board this shuttle, correct?
It is, the alpha magnetic spectrometer. You know, and what's really interesting about this flight is this, as you say, $2 billion payload is on board. It actually got removed from the shuttle manifest back after the Columbia disaster. The Bush administration told NASA to finish the space station and retire the shuttle toward the end of 2010. And when NASA was looking at all the payloads they had to launch, the alpha magnetic spectrometer got written out of the schedule. It wasn't going to fly. And one of the things President Obama did right after he got in office was to go along with the plan that started in Congress to add one shuttle flight to get this payload into orbit. So it's fitting this time around that the president's actually going to be here. Only the third time a sitting president has been to a manned space launch to watch this very important science payload get launched. They have a lot of anticipation for great science out of this thing over the next 10 years.
It is a very big mission and a very big day tomorrow. Bill Harwood at the Kennedy Space Center for us this morning. Bill, good to talk with you.